Our students fit into the program pretty well, though. One of the things that was sort of serendipitous in terms of the way uh, I didn't think it would work, but it did. Was the idea of teaching, not necessarily presenting a PowerPoint or a Google slide thing. With being a social studies teacher, we have to rely on pictures and maps and graphs because, I'm not that terribly interesting of a storyteller, I guess, at the end of the day. But the idea of showing that material, presenting that material, right, on the chat feature on the classroom, in the vocabulary words. Asking, from my document, from a Word document, I could just copy and paste different key concepts just right into the chat. And, you try to get the students to engage and have their camera up. But at the same time, you're not going to force them or make an issue of it. But I feel like what was interesting is there are students that didn't want to speak with their camera on. They didn't want to keep their microphone on because, there's 20 or 30 people in classroom. And having served on my district's planning committee for this COVID crisis and being in a similar situation where you had to do a brief presentation, I mean, I kind of understand that anxiety and reluctance to throw yourself out there. So a lot of kids that wouldn't commonly engage in the remote learning would be chatting away, in the text bar there, and on point. I mean, the material we're talking about it, we're sharing the information, and that was sort of a fun feature, I think, of the whole thing. And it seemed to me that you're also able to kind of keep things appropriate because kids would sort of want to deviate off the topic from time to time, but it definitely gave you more control.